You are now listening to sample answers for VSTEP speaking test, test number 4, brought to you by VSTEP. We hope this audio helps you improve your speaking skills and perform confidently in the VSTEP examination. Let's begin. Part 1, Social Interaction. Sample answer.
Today, I would like to talk about my hometown first. My hometown is located in the southern part of Vietnam. It is not a very large city, but it is quite peaceful and friendly. For example, there are many local markets and small cafes in the area. What I like most about my hometown is the relaxed lifestyle because people there are kind and not too busy. I also enjoy the local food and the friendly atmosphere. For example, many neighbors know each other well and often help each other. My hometown has changed a lot in recent years because there are more modern buildings and better roads now. The transportation system has also improved, so traveling is easier than before. For example, many new supermarkets and coffee shops have opened recently. Now I would like to talk about the weather. I like cool and sunny weather the most because it makes me feel comfortable and energetic. This kind of weather is also good for outdoor activities. For example, I enjoy going for a walk or meeting friends when the weather is nice. Yes, the weather does affect my mood and daily activities. When the weather is too hot or rainy, I usually feel tired and less active. For example, heavy rain sometimes makes it difficult for me to travel to work on time. I think the weather in my area has changed in recent years because the temperature is getting hotter and the rainy season is less predictable. Sometimes there are heavy rains or very hot days during unusual times of the year. For example, last year my area experienced several extremely hot weeks. That is the end of my talk. Thank you for listening.
You are now listening to sample answers for VSTEP speaking test, test number 4, brought to you by VSTEP. We hope this audio helps you improve your speaking skills and perform confidently in the VSTEP examination. Let's begin. Part 2, Solution Discussion. Sample answer.
Today, I would like to talk about the best way to deal with students who do not do their homework. In my opinion, assigning extra homework is the best option. In this situation, my friend can ask the students to rewrite the assignment 10 times, make them stand in the corner for an hour, or give them extra homework. Among these choices, I think extra homework is the most effective and educational solution. Compared to making students stand in the corner or asking them to rewrite the same assignment many times, extra homework is more helpful for their learning. Standing in the corner is a form of punishment, but it does not help students improve their knowledge. Rewriting the assignment 10 times can also make students feel bored and frustrated. However, extra homework gives them another chance to practice and understand the lesson better. I think this is important because homework is a part of learning. If students do not do their homework regularly, they may fall behind in class. By giving extra exercises, the teacher can help students review the lesson and develop better study habits. Students may also become more responsible in the future. Another reason is that extra homework is more suitable in modern education. Today, many schools encourage positive discipline instead of strict punishment. Teachers should help students learn from their mistakes instead of making them feel ashamed or afraid. Of course, assigning extra homework also has some disadvantages. For example, some students may complain that they already have too much homework. Others may continue to ignore the assignments if they are not motivated to study. Although there are some disadvantages, I still believe that assigning extra homework is the best option. It is educational, fair, and more helpful for students' long-term improvement. That is the end of my talk. Thank you for listening.
You are now listening to sample answers for VSTEP speaking test, test number 4, brought to you by VSTEP. We hope this audio helps you improve your speaking skills and perform confidently in the VSTEP examination. Let's begin. Part 3, Topic Development. Sample answer. Today, I would like to talk about some problems related to exams. Nowadays, many people believe that exams should be abolished because they can create several negative effects on students and education. First, exams may produce inaccurate results because they only test students' performance at one particular time. Some students may understand the lessons well, but perform badly because they are nervous or sick. For example, A hardworking student may get low marks in an exam because of stress or poor health on the test day. Second, exams can encourage cheating because many students feel strong pressure to get high scores. As a result, some students may copy answers or use unfair methods during exams. For example, some students secretly use their phones to search for answers during important tests. Third, exams often cause stress for students because they have to study many subjects and worry about their results. Too much pressure can affect students' mental health and reduce their interest in learning. For example, many students cannot sleep well before important exams because they feel anxious. Besides these problems, exams sometimes make students focus too much on memorizing information instead of developing practical skills. Students may study only to pass exams and forget the knowledge later. For example, some students memorize formulas for tests but cannot use them in real-life situations. In conclusion, exams can cause many problems for students and education. They may create stress, encourage cheating, and fail to show students their real abilities. Therefore, I think schools should consider using other ways to evaluate students more fairly and effectively. Now I would like to answer some follow-up questions. I think exams should partly be replaced by more practical forms of assessment because project-based assignments can help students develop real skills. For example, students can improve teamwork and communication skills when they work on group projects. In my opinion, exams have both positive and negative effects on students' learning because they can motivate students to study but also create stress. For example, some students study harder before exams, while others feel too nervous and tired. I do not think exams are always a fair way to evaluate students' abilities because every student has different strengths and learning styles. For example, some students are good at practical work but not good in written exams. That is the end of my talk. Thank you for listening.